that rewrite history about how they loved their child so much, but they're not sure how everything went awry. Now, this video I'm about to show you is from a channel on TikTok called Fired Mom. It's a 7-minute video where she explains why she's estranged. But this is the concerning part. From what I know, people are saying that this mother is not just estranged from one child, not just estranged from 2 children, but rather all 3 of her children decided to stop talking to her. I have not seen this yet, and I am so concerned for my well-being. Chat, strap in. Did you see she did Estranged Mom's Mother's Day? Dude, I'm gonna shoot through the roof.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I'm an estranged mom, and
oh my God,
I just say it like I see it here on.
Yeah, listen, we're already starting off strong. I'm an estranged mom. That's her identity now. She has found a victim identity, and she's taking it and grabbing onto it.
On TikTok. And I've gained quite a few followers in the last couple of days, and thank you for following along. Estrangement is not something that I'm proud of, and it's not something that mothers enjoy being a part of, but it does help other parents when they find that they are not alone, because being estranged is very isolating and very excluding. It's not including, it's excluding from everything.
Okay, there are some parents that I believe there's a small subset of parents that are estranged from their children, and it's probably not fair to the parent, but we're just focusing on this type of person right here. What's annoying about this is a lot of time, these are people that are closeted victims in a sense, and they need everybody to tend to them. They need everybody to tend to their ego. I've got 3 sons. I'm getting supply left and right. Oh, this, triangulating the kids. Oh, this, so much energy, so much attention. And when they get cut off from the kids, they need that energy. They need that attention. So when they find these groups of people that will stroke their victim ego, I'm a victim too. You're a victim. Oh, can you imagine the drama that's in these? But either way, when they first come into it, they feel good. There's a sense of community, and there's people that will stroke their victimhood.
Family members do not want to be accused of being flying monkeys, because then they're worried they're going to be estranged from the child.
So she's directly been called a narcissist before. A flying monkey is kind of a term that it runs in the explanation of narcissism, where a victim narcissist in particular, they will recruit other people to do their dirty work for them. So, for example, here's an interesting one. This is just gonna be a very small demographic of people, but the people that it hits, oh, you're gonna hate this one. Let's say you have an extremely narcissistic dad or mom that's like very victim-y, and their spouse ultimately ends up getting out of the marriage, and then that parent ends up marrying another person, right? They are going to marry a person that has probably been abused or is okay with their abuse and their toxicity. So now they have a partner that they're manipulating like a puppet. And now if you're in the home, you're going to get ganged up on by that parent and then their spouse, their new spouse. So stepmom or stepdad and victim parent are going to gang up on you, and they're going to make the stepdad or stepmom basically defend them. Like I said, a really good example of this is the insane narcissistic mom loses it video, right? So we have the extremely controlling narcissistic mom. She has recruited and trained the stepdad to defend her at all times. So now you have these 2 parents in your face that are constantly telling you, you're the problem. Okay. So that's an example of like what the flying monkeys look like. And the fact that she says that exact phrase means that she's been accused of being a narcissist before. And also, I want to mention this too. I know that a lot of people online throw around the term narcissism or narc da 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 da. Remember this. I am not diagnosing anybody. I do not have a patient in front of me. We just call out certain signs around things that might be very triggering for others that other people have experienced before. And at the end of the day, if people go around saying, well, you can't call somebody a narcissist or you can't see somebody's being narcissistic, then these people get away with the behavior under the guise of, well, you can't call that out. You can't say that. The people that have experienced it know exactly what that is. And you got to let them call it out. Otherwise, these people get to walk the earth with absolutely no accountability. Oh my God, I told you I'm going to lose it. I'm 41 seconds in. And my nose is so itchy. I'm having an allergic reaction to something.
So it's just not a good place. I will share that I was estranged for close to 2 years, a better part of 2 years before I started doing anything on TikTok. And I've had a lot of people asking, well, what is your estrangement story? Because they want to know. However, my children's flying monkey has made it quite clear that I'm doing a smear campaign if I'm sharing my part of the story. That's how they feel.
Here's another thing. With people, I'm just going to say it like this bitch is a narc, okay? With narcissistic people, they want to know so bad. What did I do? What's the problem? Just tell me. You can't do that, okay? You can't do that because basically what you're doing is you're giving them the contract so that they can negotiate it. You're giving them the fuel of why you're not talking to them. So it sounds like the people on the other end here, her son and maybe their spouse or something, they were like, no, your mom's a narc. And they tried to explain it to her. And then she was like, well, actually, you're the narcissist. You're the flying monkey. You're the stonewaller. You're the this. Can't explain it to them. If you want them out of your life, you just got to shut it down.
They accused me of doing a smear campaign before I talked to anybody about my estrangement. So I'm not sure even where that came from, because that was long before TikTok. However,
oh my God.
As I was thinking of a way that I could share why I'm estranged,
the way I
figured
can
I would
rewrite
use
history.
my daughter-in-law's own words that she posted on a public platform. And they were talking about me, and so people knew who I was as she shared this, and these were her words. She said, that's good he's coming around. This was in reference to someone else's husband coming around about his mother. I know my husband took a while to understand that she was never going to change. Mm-hmm. I was patient up to a point, but put my foot down when it started affecting my physical and mental health while pregnant.
Dude, I gotta know, has anyone ever gotten into a relationship with somebody that was wonderful, amazing, fantastic, but then they had like a narc parent? And then you start moving towards like the wedding or something, and this parent is just butting in. That sounds like a nightmare.
While pregnant, my daughter-in-law became pregnant with my granddaughter a month after I suffered a severe concussion.
Victim! Here's the victim!
Severe concussion.
Oh my God.
I have my concussion story that I shared just recently, and it's also in one of the playlists under concussion.
Concussion playlist?
The concussion
playlist? Concussion playlist!
One of my treating doctors, when I was in a psychosis, called it a heck of a TBI.
Concussion TBI psychosis playlist? Oh my God, it screams victim. Victim of the year. Also, I love, she's also a one-upper. The daughter or the stepdaughter said that she was pregnant just to explain the state that she was in. She's trying to carry her child to term. She wants the child to be happy. She can't be going through this stress. She was just explaining the situation. And this mom's like, excuse me, I had a concussion. And also, if that wasn't enough, I also had psychosis. And one of my doctors said that it was the worst he ever seen. So sorry you were pregnant while you were talking shit about me. But like that, literally that's her mindset. What a piece of shit.
I had a concussion a year prior, and I have an ultra rare disease that affects acetylcholine in my body.
Oh, the
Is one of
acetylcholine.
the chemicals in my brain
Okay.
as well, and in your brain and everyone's brains.
Yep.
So my doctors don't know if that's why my reaction to my concussion and prolonged recovery was a part of it. The reason I bring this up is during my concussion recovery, my behavior was erratic. My behavior was dramatic.
Oh, it was dramatic. So she's claiming that this was a one-time event. That's not how she normally is. This was a one-time event. And I'm not going to be like that anymore if you just let me back in. And if I do it again, it's probably because something really bad happened to me that you should feel bad for me for. And I need you to forgive me again then. And then, after you forgive me then, if I do it again and something really bad happens, I'm gonna need you to forgive me again. Like, that's literally the fucking
my behavior